Hi, my name is Toby Goodman. This is my wife, Sammy Goodman.
Hi.
We have been married how long?
We've been married for 17 years,
17 years.
almost 17 years in May.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have 4 kids.
Yes, we have 4 kids, Lucas, Riley, Connor and Marshall.
Lucas is 16, Riley is 15, Connor's 12, and Marshall's 9.
Yes.
I did good. So we live in Manhattan, Montana. We're missionaries to Manhattan, Montana. We've been here about 2.5 years now. I grew up in Arlington, Texas. And
I grew up in San Antonio, Texas.
And we met, and we lived in East Texas, for about 8 or 9 years.
Yeah.
And then over a period of time, starting in 2011, God had made it clear to me that he wanted us to be in Montana to reach people with the gospel of Jesus Christ. And so finally, during COVID in 2020, in August, he allowed us to move up here and made the way for us to come. And so Manhattan's a town of about 2,000 people, maybe 2,100, a small little town just west of Bozeman, Montana. And I like to tell people it's the real Manhattan, not the one in New York. So,
yeah.
But we're in a valley surrounded by a bunch of mountains, and statistically, there's just not a lot of churches here or a lot of people who even know who Jesus is. Yes, they've heard his name. Yes, they believe in God, but when you really talk to them, their God typically is their inner self or the universe or nature. Very, very likely that is going to come up if you get to know them well in the conversation sometime. And there are some believers that are up here and followers of Christ, but statistically, there's not a lot. And
we're in an area where there are more churchgoers than the state. We're in a pretty conservative town, and but it's pretty funny because you go 20 minutes to Bozeman and the dynamics completely change. And so there are people that are trying to leave. They call it Bose Angeles.
Yeah.
And so they're trying to leave Bozeman and come here, and they're bringing some of their beliefs and stuff here. So there's still a big outreach that's needed here.
Right, yeah. I would say conservatively, on any Sunday or throughout the week, you may have 300 people out of that 2,100 that are involved in church somewhere, maybe. And so there's a lot of work to be done. Last year in 2022, we had just in Manhattan, of the Bridge campus, Manhattan, we had 7 salvations and 5 baptisms. And we are partnered with 2 other campuses called the Bridge. The parent church is out of a town called Belgrade, 10, 12 miles east of here. And anyway, they're kind of the parent church here in the area to help other churches start. Our goal here is to be self-sufficient, break away from them, and start other churches around the state of Montana, because it's very common for you to go to a town of 100, 200, or even 1,000 people, and there's not a church at all. They might have to drive an hour to go to church somewhere, or 2 hours.
Yeah.
But anyway, we appreciate all of your prayers and support that you've given us over the time.
Yeah.
We ask that you just continue to pray for the Goodmans as we go along this journey and spiritual warfare and spiritual battles. But we love being here. We love the people. And the church has grown from about 15 to 20, roughly, when we first moved out here. We're doing a restart of a church. To now we average about 70 or so. And we've had a couple spikes lately in the 90s. And we have multiple Bible studies starting and leaders.
And it wasn't Christmas or Easter when we had the 90s.
Oh, yeah. No,
it was just a regular Sunday.
Yeah, so God is moving. Lives are being changed. Families are being changed. And leaders are stepping up and starting to lead things. It's not just the Sammy Goodman or Toby Goodman show, right? So people are doing things. But please pray for more discipleship and salvations as we grow.
And more help. Like you said, we have had people step up and help, but our numbers are growing, and I think unfortunately, because we haven't had as much help, we have had a few people that have come and not wanted to stay.
Because there's a lack of kid programs or whatever.
Yeah.
And now we have those things, but just more helpers, more leaders would help us be able to reach more people in different age groups and different areas
Yes.
throughout the community, not just at church on Sunday morning.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Thank y'all.
My name's Lucas Goodman. I live in Manhattan, Montana, and my favorite thing to do up here is snowboard.
My name's Riley, and I live with my family in Manhattan, Montana. And things I like most about Montana are my friends and the scenery.
Hi, my name is Connor Goodman, and I live with my family in Manhattan, Montana. And my favorite part about Montana is the mountains and my friends.
Hi, my name is Marshall, and I live with my parents in Manhattan, Montana. My favorite things about Montana are my friends and hot springs.